This is pretty serious. Fortunately, this rider wasn't hurt. We can see the wheel is still spinning, so obviously there's some motor. Look at that. Look at that. The motor's still doing. We're going to rewind that. And fortunately, no one was hurt in this situation. I think the motorized bike in the crit, it just lost a bit of traction. And the rider, look at that. The rider did pretty good. He held it up pretty good, but those motorized bikes are just a little bit dicey on the corners. And this is a crit here in Kura Beach, northern New South Wales, Coolangatta, southern Queensland, Gold Coast, Meth Coast, whatever you want to call it. A good day out, and the very lively bunches. Definitely the Queenslanders, New South Wales riders, they do like to lay it down, pun intended. But seriously though, it's always good to see that these hot dog crits are really good. So in this video, we're going to talk about motorized doping, as evident in that bike, and we're going to that back wheel was still punching out 700 watts. But we're going to look at gearing selection, we're going to look at cornering, and we're going to look at why Adelaide crits are a lot harder than anything else in Australia. Adelaide crits are just the hardest in Australia. And it's not to throw any shade or cast any doubt about motorized doping used in New South Wales crits or Glenvale crits, etc. This is more just to highlight how high level the Adelaide racing really is. So we're going around here. So this is A grade in the New South Wales, Gold Coast. Is probably sort of C grade in Adelaide. You definitely have some good bike handlers. You can see they're sort of cutting the corner there, and you want to have a good apex. You want to come out. You want to. I'm gonna say it. I just had too many opinions. Let me control myself a second. Okay, it's better. You want to come hit wide and cut in. See what I mean? You really want to be trimming those little witches' hats with your whiskers on your elbow, and that way, in that inside pedal is up. See all the riders got inside pedal up, boom. So if you pedal around that corner, you'll be tapping the ground and you'll come off your bike. So you want to have the inside pedal up, and you also want to be coming out of the corner in a really, really easy gear, so you can stay in the saddle really versus out the saddle. See, everyone's out the saddle. You really want to be in the saddle, just spinning like Chris Froome does and Bradley Wiggins, etc. And that will be better for your legs, especially in a crit where we're going to be doing this corner up to 20, 30, 50 times. I'm not sure how many times these guys did the corner. And there's another corner at the other end as well. So it's called what's called a hot dog criterium. It's the shape of a hot dog. It's long and skinny. It's acceleration after acceleration. And these crits actually are my favourite. I'm bad on the corners, but I'm good at accelerating. And what's happened now? Oh, end of the race. No, it's not. But you want to have that ability to be going good around the corners, but also spinning well out the saddle, in the saddle rather, because you're going to save a lot less energy over term. Yeah, if you got to do max acceleration, you need to be out the saddle. But in a crit, I'd recommend staying in the saddle whenever possible. Just they're in hard gear. They're not really mindful. They're just too excited of the race, and the adrenaline is sort of taken away. But I learned this from Robbie McEwen and Stuart O'Grady. They just they're really good at gear selection, and it just makes up so much effort on that. Over the wattage of the race, your peak wattage will be less your peak torque will be less, and you'll have less fatigue metabolites. Your average watch will be the same, but your peak torque will be a lot less. So you're producing less fatigue metabolites. So when it comes to that final breakaway, fingers coming up, that final sprint, you'll be good to go. And whatever ride, let's say you got twin brothers, twin sisters, whoever produces less fatigue metabolites is going to win. Simple as that. Unless they crash because their motorized bike fucking flipping off the corner. But, so not trying to throw any shade here and make any fun or anything like that, just giving honest insights. You want to be in an easy gear. If you're going to use a motorized bike, just maybe practice with it first, so it's not as obvious. But and wear your helmet, inside pedal up, have fun, get out there. And if you want a wheel race, maybe Indian Pacific Wheel Race, March 18th, 2017. We'll see you out there, gang. Stay safe, stay carbed up. Thanks for watching.